Holly Wilbanks is here to share how you can set boundaries for work that protects your time, your sanity, and yes, your Sundays too. They are yours.
Yes.
Hopefully.
So
let's talk about some healthy work boundaries, because I think many of us, and especially if you're just starting out and you're very new, you might feel like you don't have the ability to put those boundaries up. How does it work?
It's a great question, and oftentimes we see a lot of our clients come to us because they have unhealthy boundaries. And believe it or not, you have way more control over that than you think. And it starts early. Like you said, when you're a new professional, you have to set very clear limits around your time and your energy to make sure that your overall well-being is protected, and also to make sure that you are the most productive that you can be. A lot of the studies that we know say protecting our time and our energy through boundaries helps us be more productive, which is great for our employers.
So how do you do that? Like, I'm thinking about even now still. I am 13 years into my career thinking I still am taking on things that are most definitely not my job, and most definitely something else, someone else could probably do better, but I think I'm just a yes person a lot of the time. And I know that I'm sitting next to one as well, and there are few watching. So how can you kind of steer the ship without completely flipping it over?
And it is a little bit of a contradiction, because a lot of us are told, say yes to things so that you have new opportunities and you can learn and grow with the organization, right?
Right.
We have just as many clients who say, my boss knows I'm not available on the weekends because I don't respond. Those same people were promoted. Those same people had the same opportunities that they wanted all along. And it's not because they were available 24/7. So it starts with communication. You have to make sure, first of all, you and your boss are on the same page about what is a healthy work-life dynamic, and I'm going to call it dynamic because there is no balance, but what's a work-life dynamic for you? And you have to decide that for yourself. Are you going to be available on weekends? Maybe you can do a couple of hours of work, but working 2 full days on the weekend, not cool. Same with after hours.
I think for me, the boundary comes in more for me because no one is asking me to check my email on Saturday, and yet there I am like, if I do it now, I don't have to do it early Monday morning. So sometimes the boundary is even for me. The email thing is a great example. What are some other examples that a boundary is being crossed?
So a lot of times we'll see that people are just overwhelmed and exhausted. And it's because they often feel like they are on call. But again, to your point, Heather, this is not necessarily their employer expecting this of them sometimes. It's just a pattern that's been established over time, and it needs to be reversed. But you have to decide what that is, right? Another one would be if you're realizing that maybe you're responding to things not just outside of work hours, but you feel like you have to be the first one to respond. We see a lot of type A people want to be first, right? And so it's not necessarily about your boss thinking that you have to respond right away, or even you knowing you don't have to, but you can't stop that urge, right? And so resetting those habits that you might have.
Got it.
So resetting it, would it be, it's kind of making rules with yourself? Like, I have a rule whenever we get home from work until the kids go to bed, we don't check phones. There's nothing happening. Would that be something I would do with work too?
That is a perfect example. I also suggest to clients a lot of times, turn your notifications off on your phones. So you know how those little red things come up that tell you how many emails you have sitting there that you haven't read, or how many social media things that you haven't seen yet? Turn those off. That way everything is a blank screen all the time, and you actually have to take the time to open up the app and actually see what's in there. That can stop a lot of people from that constant being on the phone or distractions like that.
Very quickly, is there a way, or what should you do if you have a boss or a coworker who is crossing that boundary? You have established it and you feel like they are ignoring it.
It's very important to use I statements. A lot of times we talk about we, the team, use I. I am doing this, and this is the reason why. Restate why, what your limit is, and also offer up some alternatives. Like maybe coworker number 3 over there isn't doing anything and 2 of you are carrying the load. Remind your boss, coworker number 3 can do this. Maybe they can draft that, and then you can put the final touches on it on Monday when you're back in the office.
Fantastic.
So I love that.
Delegation is your friend.
Exactly.
Okay, thanks.
Forever
so
learning.
much.
Thanks, Holly.
So good. All right, we're going to have more information about the Wilbanks Consulting Group on our website, kdka.com/talkpittsburgh. I have been making a list of boundaries in my head during this conversation.
Changes are being made.